Hello everyone, myself a Mounika working as a assistant professor at Marri Laxman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about the topic a generic view of process, software engineering a layered technology, a process framework. That first generic process model. So this is the structure of the generic process model. Whatever the software we are taken, we have to first keep it in the process framework. First of all, what is software process? Software process means to develop a quality products by using software engineering rules, technical and management tools. Software process or generic process model consists of two models: process framework and umbrella activities. Generic process model consists of two framework activities, process framework activities and umbrella activities. Generic process model is the base for all process models. The generic process model is a description of the software development process. We are having different types of process models: waterfall model, RAD model, V model, incremental model, etc. So these all process models are used to develop the software product. So it is the base for the all process models. Generic process model includes two activities: process framework and umbrella activities. Process framework is nothing but it is the foundation for software engineering. This process framework, it will be applied for all software projects. Whatever the software projects we are taken, this is applied for all software projects. Umbrella activities are used throughout the software project. We are having different types of process framework activities in the communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. These five are the process framework activities. Umbrella activities are, these activities are used throughout the software project. Software project tracking and control, SCM, software configuration management, risk management, measurement, SQA, software quality assurance, reusability. These are the different types of umbrella activities are there in software process framework. Next, software engineering a layered technology. Whatever the software we are taken, the development process can be divided into several number of layers. So mainly we are having four layers. First one is quality focus, process, methods and tools. Quality focus. So this is the bedrock for supporting the software engineering. So whenever we are constructing a house, first we can develop the bed. So that is the main for constructing the house. So here also the quality of the, we can ensure the quality of the project by conducting some testing techniques, usability, maintainability, through we can ensure the quality of the project. Process. So this is the foundation for software engineering. Foundation for software engineering. So here we are having different types of activities: communication, planning, modeling, construction and deployment. Methods. So all technical how-tos can be answered by the methods. For example, how to gather the requirements, how to make the design, how to test the project. So these are all how to's can be answered by the methods. Tools. So the tools are used to develop the software project. These tools are nothing but automated or semi-automated. Automated or semi-automated tools. These tools are used for support the methods. Methods are nothing but all technical how-tos can be answered by the methods. Tools are used to support the methods. So the development process can be divided into 4 layers: quality focus, process, methods and tools. Quality focus means just we can ensure the quality of the project through testing, usability and maintainability. This is the bedrock for software engineering. Next one is process. Process is nothing but it is the foundation for software engineering. It is so here we are having different activities. Nothing but framework activities, communication, planning, modeling, construction and deployment. Methods. All technical how-tos can be answered by these methods. Tools. Tools are used for support the methods. Quality focus. This layer is the foundation layer for software engineering. As started above, it is a great importance to test the end product to see if it meets its specification as per the customer requirements we are developing the project or not. So through efficiency, usability, maintenance and reusability are some of the requirements that need to be met by the new software. So we can ensure the software quality through usability, maintenance and reusability. Process. This layer consists of framework that must be established for the effective delivery of the software. So in the process, we are having activities, communication, planning, modeling, construction and deployment. Methods. This layer contains the methods, the technical knowledge and how to in order to develop software. Means the all technical how-tos can be answered by the methods. Tools. This layer contains automated or semi-automated tools that offer support for the framework and the method each software engineering project will be follow. So here the tools are automated tools or semi-automated tools. These tools are support for the framework. So framework and the method means all technical how-tos can be answered by the methods. The tools are used to support for the methods. This is the software engineering layer technology. Process framework activities. Mainly we are having 5 framework activities. In that first one is communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. Communication. Whatever the software we have to take in, first whatever the product we have to take in, first we have to start with the communication. The software development starts with communication between customer and developer, customer and stakeholder. Stakeholder is nothing but each and every person included in the particular projects. They may be developer, tester, team leader. So these all are included in the particular project. Those members are called as stakeholders. In communication phase, so what the user exactly want from the developer, what the exact product from the developer, we have to gather the information from the customer or nothing but user. So what is the purpose of that project and what is the aim of that project? So what are the features he want, what are the functionalities he want? So all we can gather the requirements from the customer. So it is also called as requirements gather requirements of the project. The communication with consumer or stakeholder means so each person involved in that particular project, those members called as a stakeholder to determine the software objectives, software requirements and features. Just here we can gather the requirements, what the user exact want from the customer. So after gathering all those requirements, then we have to plan. Next phase is planning phase. In planning phase, the software development process will be planned or scheduled here. The schedule consists of which type of programming language we require, which type of resources we need, what is the work product, what is the schedule, at what time we have to complete the project, at what time we have to deliver the project to the customer, what is the complete estimation of the project. So everything will be planned here. So it consists of complete estimation, scheduling for project development and tracking. Discuss the work plan, technical risk, what are the risks while we are developing the project. Here we are planning here. So list of resources requirements. So which type of resource we are requiring to develop the project. What is the work product? What is the work schedule? So what is the complete estimation of the project? So everything will be planned here. So after planning phase, modeling. Modeling is nothing but how is your project look like in future. So just here we can develop a practical model to get a better understanding of the project. Practical model means how is your project or product to look like in future. So that one we are developing here. It consists of complete requirement analysis and design of the project like algorithm and flowchart. Algorithm is nothing but it is the step-by-step process. Flowchart is nothing but it is a graphical representation or pictorial representation of the project. The algorithm is the step-by-step solution of the problem. The flowchart shows a complete flow diagram of a program. For example, if you are taking a login module, if you wanted to log in into the Gmail, means first we have to give username, next password, then we can click on submit button. So this is the step-by-step process. Nothing but we have to write the algorithm for particular module. So after clicking the login module, which page will be opened? After clicking the submit button, which database will be opened? So that all will be designed with the help of the flowchart. If we want any changes, if changes are required, so we implement them in this step only. If you want any change in the design or requirements, so whatever it may be, so those all things will be changed in modeling phase. After modeling, so we have to construct the design, construct the project. Construction is nothing but it is a combination of coding and testing. So construction consists of code generation and the testing part. So coding part implement the design details using a appropriate programming language. So by using programming languages, we can implement the code. So which type of programming language we need to develop the code. So after coding, testing will be done. So in this testing, we are using different types of testing strategies. So blackboard testing, white box testing, regression testing, system testing, performing testing. We are having different types of strategies to test the particular project. So testing is to check whether the flow of code is correct or not. Testing also check that the program provide desired output as per the customer requirement, the project we will get or not, that it will be tested in construction phase. So after testing, then we can move to the deployment. Deployment step consists of delivering the product to the customer and take feedback from them. So just deployment is nothing but we can deliver the product to the customer and take the feedback from the customer. If the customer wants some corrections or demands for the additional capabilities, then the change is required for improvement in the quality of the software. So after deployment the project to the customer, so while using that project, he wants any corrections, then we can maintain that project. These are the 5 types of framework activities: communication, planning, modeling, construction, and deployment. Next, umbrella activities. Umbrella activities are used throughout the software process. This is applicable for large projects. If you are taking this small project, then we are using the framework activities like communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. By using those activities, we can develop the small project. If you want to develop the larger project, then we can use the umbrella activities. Umbrella activities are used throughout the software process. But framework activities will be used or applied for all software projects. Umbrella activities are software project tracking and control, risk management, software quality assurance, technical reviews, software configuration management, reusability management, work product preparation and production. These 7 are types of umbrella activities. First one is software project tracking and control. Compare the progress of the project with the plan and take steps to maintain a planned schedule. So here, one person will observing you whether you are following the according to schedule or not. Before developing the project, we are maintaining the schedule. So according to schedule, you are following or not. If you are not following according to schedule, then they can take a necessary action to maintain the planned schedule. Here one person will observe you. You are following according to schedule or not. If you are following according to schedule, then there is no problem. If you are not following according to schedule, then they can take a necessary action to follow or maintain the planned schedule. That is nothing but software project tracking and control. Next, risk management. Analyze any potential risk that may have an impact on software products quality and outcome. In risk management, so we are having different types of risk: software risk, hardware risk, problem statement risk. These all risks can be analyzed and identified, analyzed, and that can be solved with the help of the risk management. All types of risk can be identified and analyze those risks and find the solution for those risks in the risk management system. After risk management, third activity is software quality assurance, SQA. Here we can test the quality of the product by using or by conducting some activities and reviews. So these are activities required to maintain software quality. Means here we can test the quality of the product by conducting some activities and reviews to maintain the software quality. Perform actions to ensure the product quality. So software quality assurance is nothing but we can test the software quality. We can ensure the software quality by conducting some activities and actions to maintain the software quality. Technical reviews. Assessment of errors and corrections done at each stage of activity. Before I told you, these umbrella activities will be performed each and every activity of the framework. So communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. These 5 phases are there in framework activities. These here the umbrella activities are applied for all the phases in framework activities. For example, if we are there in design phase, we are having communication phase, design, modeling, construction, communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. These 5 activities are included in framework activities. If you are there in modeling phase, they can assess the errors and correction. If you are having any bugs or errors, so that can be assessment. We are identifying and fix those errors and bugs. After completing this activity only, then we can move to the next phase, construction phase. So each and every phase where assessment will be done here. Assessment of errors and corrections done at each stage of the activity. So we are having 5 types of activities. Those are nothing but framework activities: communication, planning, modeling, construction, deployment. First, we are there in communication phase. In communication phase, they can assess the errors and bugs. So after that, they can identify the bugs and they can resolve those bugs. After completing all the corrections will be done at this stage, then only we can move to the planning stage. In planning stage also, they can assess the all errors and bugs. After all can be resolved, then we can move to the modeling phase. So that means assessment of errors and corrections done at each stage of the activity. Next, software configuration management, SCM. Managing of configuration process when any change in the software occurs. If we can change anything in the software project, compulsory that it will be affect on customer and product and organization. So those effects can be managed with the help of the software configuration management. So they can use some actions and they can use some actions to manage the all the changes that will be affect on the software process. So managing of configuration process when any change in the software occurs. If we can change anything in the software projects, compulsory that it will be effect on the customer, product and organization. So those effects will be managed with the help of the software configuration management. Next one is reusability management. So here the reusable work items should be backup. So for example, login module is there. Login module is usually different types of projects. So that is same. So that it will be backup. So that type of component should be achieved here. Reusable work item should be backup and reusable software components should be achieved. Next one is work product preparation and production. The activities to create models, documents, logs, forms and lists are carried out. In every activity, in every phase, we are maintaining the models, documents, logs, forms and lists are carried out. Thank you.